Hello, guys, and look at me putting out another video in just a week. Though I tend to do that. I tend to put out a whole bunch of videos all at once and then not put out anything for a bunch more months. So, anyways, welcome to this Draw With Me video. I got really inspired the other day by Natalie Anderson. Her drawings are so beautiful. There was a virtual art, I don't know, words are hard, art like show or something that happened this past weekend. So I just watched a whole bunch of her live streams and her drawing and got really inspired. So some of the drawings you see here are taken right from her doodles, and I like to do this sometimes just to warm up and get used to that style of drawing, and it helps me loosen up and get drawing. Some of the stuff I drew I didn't like, but it doesn't matter because it's just warm up, and I'm trying to make my sketchbook into something that is just playful and fun, and not too worried about making everything look perfect. Wow, that was I said that weird. Perfect. Okay, so drawing. Yeah, anyway, so lately I've been getting really into drawing my little Freckles character into like a really tiny, sort of flat, like, simple version, because she looks way cuter with her head really big and her body really tiny. So, as you can see on the previous page, there's markers coming through it, but you'll see that in a bit. It's just little drawings of Freckles and stuff I did that day. So, yeah. I thought I was going to have so much more to talk about. I guess the doodles are taking longer than I thought. But I sped it up because otherwise this video would have been super long. So long. It's like 20 minutes right now, but it would have been probably an hour or so if I kept it at the normal pace. But I will be making more videos where I draw, and I would like to keep some of those as a real-time draw because sometimes that's nice just to watch that. So here I'm drawing Freckles in kind of like a small smushy version, but sometimes I want her head to be even bigger. So oh yeah, my hands were so shaky. I don't know if it was because I did yoga that morning or if it was because I'm not used to drawing just on a table while the camera's set up. I don't know. But my hands felt like super weird and shaky. Did you guys ever get that? So let's talk about just other stuff I've been working on during this crazy time. Even though I really, really miss my friends sometimes, a lot of the times, it has been really nice just to create some projects and slowly get into them, because at the beginning that's a lot of my arm. Sorry about that. But at the beginning of this time I was not feeling creative stuff, but I'm really getting back into it, working on my card game a little bit so I can hopefully get that out soon, working on my other card games, and also writing. I think I'm going to be doing the masterclass classes, mostly for writing, because I really want to get out my Reginald stories that I've had in my head for so long. Like maybe since I was, I don't know, like 15 or something. There's a little wooded area by my house, and I used to go in there, and that's where all the characters were kind of made. And originally I imagined them to be like tiny animals, so they were like the size of your palm, They're kind of like fairy sized. But for the story that I'm making them, it doesn't really make sense to have them that small. But I like to imagine that while I'm writing about them, or even just going about my day, doing whatever, that they're kind of like with me, like in tiny miniature size. I have a big obsession with miniature things, like probably why I want Freckles to be like a tiny little fairy. I don't know why, I just think it's so much cuter. But yeah, so I like to imagine that my characters were with me in whatever situation I was in. I think this is actually a really great exercise. If you are making up characters and you're just like, I don't know, taking the bus somewhere, driving or something, and you have time to kind of let your mind wander, I would just imagine that your character or characters are with you in this space of you just walking. And it's kind of cool, things that come up. And sometimes it's hard because your characters won't, they don't live in that space. So to put them into this new world is like kind of hard sometimes. And you really have to know your character's voice and how they think and how they act and how they move. Yeah, it's a really cool exercise for me. I remember before I knew what Red was really like, her personality, doing that exercise was really hard because I didn't know her voice. I didn't know how she'd move in space. But because of that exercise, I started to understand the way she would like move from one object to another, or how she would interact with Reginald, the weasel. Yeah, I'm working on the first story for that, actually. I wrote it out, gave it to some people, so I'm just waiting for edits. But I'm happy with it, but it needs a lot of work because I feel like the characters are there, but the sentences and like the order of things is a little bit off, so I need to work on that. But yeah. Anyways, back to this drawing. So I tried to add a lot of like doodly bits. Sometimes I like to draw everything so they don't really touch each other, and then sometimes I like to overlap. In this one, I think I just kind of did both. But yeah. Oh, so my Copics, I put them in storage recently because I just moved back to my parents' house because our house split and I didn't have anyone to move in with, couldn't really move or afford to move in by myself. So I'm here. But anyways, I went to storage to grab my Copics because I didn't have them, and I got super inspired to color with them. I find it's just like so relaxing drawing in pen first, because if you draw in pencil, then you have to draw in pen over top and you have to erase the lines, and I hate doing that. So that's why I've been really trying to draw in pen lately, and I just enjoy it more. Sometimes you get really ugly things that happen, but that's okay. That's all part of the process. But yeah, adding color with Copics kind of started when I was doing Inktober last year. And as some of you guys might know, but I drew Beat Cat, which is a character from one of my card games, and just did like a tiny adventure with her. And the prompt list, I can't remember who it's by, but it's like an adventure that you go on. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't finish it. I did get farther than I posted, though. I don't know why I didn't post it, and I don't have the drawings with me. They're in storage. So maybe when I get that back, I'll post the new ones for you, because some of them get really dark. But it's funny anyways. So yeah, when I color with the Copics, I tend to kind of like pet the page. You'll see later, it just feels like you're gently like stroking the paper with your marker. I don't know. Anyways, sorry, I'm all over the place right now, but the whole point of me talking about Inktober was that I've started to do it again with Freckles as the main character, but it's about like being in quarantine. So it's the same prompts. It's like a quarantine adventure. But it's pretty funny. I'm hoping to sort of do a bunch of them first and then start posting, just so I don't get into the same problem where I only do like, I don't know, 5 or 10 or something, and then I stop. But who knows? I always get really distracted for other things, and then I'll stop working on whatever I'm working on to do something else. I'm very bad with that. It takes a lot of work for me to stick to one project, and that's probably why my card games are taking so long, because I get inspired for a different card game or a different project, and then I stop working on that one. But my first card game is getting close, so I would like to just get it out there, even though a lot of the art in it is a little cringy for me to look at now. There's some that I like, but some of them that are really bad. But anyways, people have been asking for this game for a while, and I'm so close. I'm working on the instructions, and once all the cards are 100% finished, which will be very soon, hopefully I can order a couple versions of the game, take nice photos for you guys, and then I'll have to send it out and get it play tested. Yeah, so I'm actually wanting to do a video on game making soon, because it's a really cool process, and I've learned some things as I've gone. I'm obviously not at the stage where you have everything finished and you can show it to people, but in the creation process, there is a lot of things I've learned just by looking at other people and by doing it myself. So I will put out a video for that soon. Yeah. So in this drawing, I started to draw these like weird little misty shapes, because in Natalie Anderson's drawing, she had something kind of similar to it. So I just kind of ran with it and went for a doodly, patterny kind of approach. And then, yeah, here I'm taking my Copics and petting the paper with with the colors. Yep, it's a nice, soothing process. I feel like I can just shut off my brain and like fill in the color. And I like to beforehand kind of choose what colors, because if I don't, it gets a little bit like too many colors. Oh, and I don't really like using dark Copics. I just find it takes over the image and it's way too intense. So most of the colors I'm using are like pastel colors or really light colors. I decided in this drawing to do a lot of gray. Oh, excuse me. A lot of gray so that freckles would pop out. But I also really, really love adding sort of neon colors. My gel pens, as I'll show you later in this video, just for like a pop of color. And you can see on the image above this one, all the stars. Yeah, that's a neon pink pen, Jelly Roll pen, which is my favorite. I was gifted it one birthday from my friend Melissa, and I became obsessed with them, and I use them for everything. If you have a sketchbook page with just ink or pencil or whatever, just adding like little doodles or underlines or hearts or arrows with the neon pens, I think it just makes the page look so much better. It goes from just like a really, I don't know, almost unfinished looking page to a finished looking page. So yeah, you can comment below with your favorite tools you like to use right now. Obviously, I like to use Copics and Jelly Roll pens. Also, I think the Pentel, oh, I can't remember the pen I use. I'm sure you can see it if you just go back in the video, but I'll try to put it below if I don't get lazy. I'm actually very bad about adding any information below a video, because I get to that point and I'm like, ugh, it's out there, I did it, yay. But I just I guess because I upload it usually on my tablet, my iPad, but I have to go to my computer to like add in all the links and stuff. So let's cross my fingers that I add those in. Oh dear, camera shake. The system I use to have these top-down videos is for Christmas. I got this kind of phone holder wire clamp thing. It was like, I don't know, $20. And yeah, you just clamp it onto the end of a table or anything clampable, I guess, and then you bend the wire and just stick it over top. And I always film with my phone because I hate taking out big cameras and fancy equipment because I love everything to be portable and tiny and easy. Yep, there's my obsession with tiny things, I guess. Little fairies and small equipment. Because I do have a nicer camera, but I didn't even bring it to my parents' house because I don't use it very much. I'd use it if I go on like a trip and I want to take nice photos of like Disneyland or whatever, but for vlogging and stuff, I just find it way easier to use my phone because the internet's on there and I don't have to transfer photos or videos from one thing to another because that takes forever. So I put everything on my iPad or my phone. If you're curious about which program I use to edit, I use LumaFusion. I think I paid for it, but it wasn't very much, and it's just a one-time payment. And yeah, it's just really, it's a pretty easy program. You can do a lot with it. The color editing is fine. It's not great, especially in this video. I found it really hard to keep the vibrancy of the video as well as the right colors, as I wanted to make it look brighter because the phone obviously like darkens the image and makes it less vibrant, so the colors are slightly off from what they are in real life, but that's okay for vlogs and stuff. I find it's great and everything's in one place. I hate having stuff. I mean, I love having stuff. I do love stuff, especially stationery, but I just hate having large equipment stuff, especially because I don't have a ton of space right now to put everything, and carrying it around. If I decide to vlog, I just pop up my phone and wham bam, there it is. So yeah, quarantine has been both good and bad. I definitely have days where I struggle, but I feel like there's like a lot of things coming out that I wasn't dealing with before because of distractions and, you know, just day-to-day life. But now that everything's kind of quieter and you have more time to dwell on things and work on things, I'm definitely slowly, dealing with stuff. So it's been very healing, but kind of tiring. But it's good and bad. These Copics, this one's called Tea Rose, I believe, and the one I'm using now, which I used the wrong one, it was called Cool Shadow. In the middle of this video, the Cool Shadow one was starting to get really, like to run out. So I ended up going on a little trip to Michael's with my mom. And there's a big lineup. And we all stood 6 feet apart. So that's good. But so I grabbed some markers and I was so excited because I had a gift card to Michael's for like, I don't know, $5 or something. And I grabbed 2 markers, but the Copics were on sale. That never happens. Copics are never on sale. So it was like half price. And in the end, I only spent on top of my gift card like 70 cents. So that was kind of a quarantine miracle, I would say. Yes. I'm just trying to blend the colors now a little bit. So in the middle it kind of gets a little purpley-ish. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. I've turned my island into Neverland. And oh, I'm so excited. It makes me so happy. One day I think I spent 12 hours playing the game. Not like back to front, but pretty close. Anyways, enjoy. Sorry about that. My mom came home and I got awkward and then I ended my audio-ness when there's only like 2 minutes left of the video, so oh well. That's what happens when you live with other people. And I apologize if you hear my bird, because she is out and being silly. Little smushy silly bum. Anyways, I'll probably just end this audio part here. And yeah, enjoy your week. Like, subscribe, and comment. That it always cheers me up when I get comments, because it makes me feel like people are really enjoying the videos, and then it motivates me to do more videos. So here's a little encouragement there for you. Yeah. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I will try and put up more videos for you guys so that you have something to watch, because I know that other people's videos I really appreciate right now because they help inspire me. So enjoy your week and have a great day. Bye.